Welcome back to Draft House, everyone. I am Joe. Today we'll be doing a Philadelphia Eagles 2026 NFL mock draft. As a reminder, we'll be doing mock drafts for every NFL team before free agency, and then again after free agency as we get closer to the 2026 NFL draft. Eagles are on the clock. They have a lot more holes to fill than you might think. They were a team that was a pretty loaded roster a couple years ago, but a couple pending free agents here and there. Some players who were disgruntled, like AJ Brown. So we'll see what we can do to replace them in this mock draft here. Starting off with pick number 23. Now, I do think, Howie is inclined to go with some line play, just as he always is. But I do think that the AJ Brown situation comes into play here. I think Denzel Boston would be a good fit to kind of replace AJ Brown and kind of give that bigger receiver on the outside. But I'm going to go Kenyon Sadiq. Dallas Goedert's a pending free agent. Get another weapon for this offense in a way that, obviously they need, as he had a really good season this year. So Sadiq is a guy who I think can open things up for this offense a lot more. Best tight end in the class, and I think that his athleticism is going to shine through in this offense. All right, pick number 54. It's wants us to take a guard, an edge, or a corner. I do think outside corner is the biggest need, so I'm going to take Chris Johnson. He's shown the ability to play zone and man at San Diego State. Really big season this year for San Diego State, and yeah, I think the fit's going to be there to have a better corner on the outside. All right, pick number 68. Could go with the guard they want us to. Could go with an edge. Jalen Phillips is a free agent. Um, don't see anyone necessarily that jumps off the page. Let's go. We'll go top of the board. We'll go Chase Basantis, the guard out of Texas A&M, and help shore up that offensive line. I don't know if it's the biggest need that they have listed here. I think there's other places they can go, especially depending on how free agency goes. But we'll take the best player on the board there. All right, pick 98. Wants us to take an edge rusher. I mean, it sets up pretty well. Denied Dennis Sutton, the edge rusher out of Penn State. He kind of fits the prototypical build of an edge rusher and has some power behind him as well as a power rusher. All right, pick 122. With this one, let's go Bud Clark. Reed Blankenship's a free agent. Help fix that secondary a little bit, give it some more flexibility. Don't know if we'll start from day one, but at least have some other options. Again, we'll just have to see how free agency goes for the Eagles, especially because they have a lot of places that they could fill. All right, we'll try to take a different position here. Again, this point of the draft, 136, maybe not hoping to get a starter, but someone who can maybe have an impact some way. Taking tight ends, we're taking safety. Um, Taking corner. I wouldn't put it past him doubling down on certain positions too, but let's see. Next pick is 151. I think one of those guys, one of the wide receivers that we could maybe get to fill out the room would be there. We'll go Albert Regis, the defensive lineman out of Texas A&M. Get another player in the trenches that Howie likes. And we'll go Jacoby Lane, a bigger bodied wide receiver out of USC. A little bit overshadowed by Makai Lemon, but I think could be a valuable add to the room. All right, so this pick, last pick of the draft for the Eagles, is pick 179. Let's go Harold Perkins Jr., the linebacker out of LSU. I've taken him a lot of mock drafts. I think he's going to be a special teams ace in the NFL, a guy who needs to have a refined position, just didn't really have one at LSU. He moved around from edge to linebacker to like a hybrid safety, and think that maybe the Eagles playing with all the talent around him might help him. Let's see how they grade the draft here. Tight end Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon to replace Dallas Goedert if he leaves in free agency again. We'll do another mock draft after free agency just to see what it might look like, how the team might look like next year before the draft. And then round 2, pick 54, Chris Johnson, the corner out of San Diego State. A guy who can play man or zone and can fill that outside corner spot. Round 3, pick 68, fill in a spot in the trenches with Chase Basantis, maybe a best player available type pick there as well. Even if he doesn't start from day one, I do think he has that talent that he could be able to. Round 3, pick 98, deny Dennis Sutton, the edge rusher from Penn State, has NFL level size and a lot of power. Would love to see him on this defense as well. Round 4, pick 122, Bud Clark, the safety out of TCU. Round 4, pick 136, Albert Regis out of Texas A&M, the defensive lineman. Wide receiver Jacoby Lane out of USC, bigger body wide receiver. And linebacker Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU with pick 179. They give me an A minus. We'll see how it looks, and when we get to the actual draft time, let me know what you think of this mock draft down in the comments below. What was your favorite pick? What was your least favorite pick? We'll be doing more NFL mock drafts for every NFL team before and after free agency. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like seeing that content. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.